gonna be late for work.
Then we'll be late. You took a patient's life. You lied about it for weeks. You broke who knows how many laws and oaths to cover it up. But I can live with it. We can get through it together.
You have no idea what I've been living with. And what it means to hear you say that.
But we need to get away from Princeton, Plainsboro. You can barely walk by the rooms where Dybala was treated. Why should we live with that hanging over our heads? If there was ever a time to turn the page.
House is back in charge. We get to treat a porn star.
Congratulations.
Perfect timing for us.
We're leaving the team and the hospital, effective immediately.
It's kind of sudden. Unless you've been circulating your resumes for a while.
We're just starting to think about new jobs, where we want to live.
Moving too. Interesting.
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
We'll miss you.
We'll miss all of you, too. Let's start clearing out our things.
Run an STD panel on a tox screen, send a C-reactive protein to look for inflammation, and an ANA to screen for autoimmune. The rest of you take a history and do an LP to rule out viral encephalitis. Oh, it's just you. Here's hoping you're good at multitasking.
House thinks it's cerebral vasculitis. If you could just do the brain angio while I finish up the blood work.
We're out the door.
He's got me running every test and treatment by myself.
Which is why you should be out the door, too. This is completely unreasonable, even for House.
You owe me this.
Thank you.
You really believe this is cerebral vasculitis?
Could be.
House wants to thread a catheter through his brain, which could cause a vasospasm. Give steroids, which could spread infection all over the place, because it could be.
Sounds like House.
It could also be a severe vitamin D deficiency. He has a restrictive diet, works long hours indoors, became hypocalcemic, got tetany and photophobia.
You're saying I shouldn't do the angio?
House ordered it, Foreman wants it. Of course we should do it. I'm just saying we're right to leave.
You sure? Because right now I basically do anything you ask me.
I'm not interested in guilting you. We're moving on.
Chase is relaxed, at ease, in lockstep with you again. I guess he finally told you that he iced Idi Amin Jr. Does that mean he can break the other 9 commandments too? Taking the Lord's name in vain, sure, but coveting thy neighbor's wife? Is she hot?
I've forgiven him.
Not for murder, not you. Doesn't matter how evil Dybala was. By every conscience-hugging, Mother Teresa-loving bone in your body, you should be leaving him, not leaving with him.
I thought your position was our leaving is a ruse.
We're not talking about my position, we're talking about yours, which doesn't add up.
Here's what doesn't add up. If you were serious about staffing your team, you would know exactly which 3 fellows you wanted. You plowed ahead with this case, even though you hadn't hired new fellows because you knew Foreman would ask Chase and me to help, giving you more time to blow up our marriage.
I don't want that. But we'd be foolish not to plan ahead. A, my firing Chase was the only reason you left 2 years ago. B, when the full horror of his homicide hits you, your marriage will blow up. And Z, the only obstacle to you working here will be gone. Or maybe I skipped a couple of letters. Dr. Chase, your turn. So what'd she say?
She forgave me because I feel guilty.
That works too.
And now you expect me to ask you what the 2 refers to.
Only if you're interested. Only if you have doubts about her answer. She thinks that you don't have anything to feel guilty about because you didn't kill anybody. I did. She blames me for Dybala's murder, not you.
You were barely involved in that case. She knows that.
I created the big, bad, evil climate that allowed it to happen.
You're wrong.
Powerful counter-argument.
Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to screw things up?
You got the tense wrong. Things are already screwed up. Which is why you don't just want to work for me, you need to. Cameron thinks you're my personal sock puppet. If you don't stay, it's gonna be hard to prove you're not. I have to go.
You're mad at House, but you're not mad at me.
Do you want me to be mad at you?
You blame House, not me.
I'm mad at House because he's an ass. And I am mad at you. I don't want to leave you.
What I did may be the worst thing I ever did. It may be the best.
I'm either a murderer or a guy who stopped a mass murderer.
But I did it. Me. And even if it destroys me, I'd do it again today.
You don't mean that. This isn't you.
I'm not running away from what I did because you want to pretend I never did it.
If that's how you feel. Okay.
I told House I want to work for him again. Stay on the team. You're always more into it than I was, more interested in diagnostics. Unless House was right about why you want out.
Four.
I was in love with you. I was an idiot. Tried to be like you, tried to understand you because I thought I could heal you. You almost killed that patient.
If almost not saving his life means...
You knew the diagnosis a long time ago. You risked another patient's life to bait your old team.
Another one?
You did kill Dabala by playing God and teaching us to do the same.
I taught you to think for yourselves.
Don't even think of them as people. They're just lab rats for your little puzzles.
You celebrate their humanity. I'd rather solve those little puzzles than save their lives.
Motives do matter. Lives can't come
The
second.
patient is alive. That's what matters.
Not to you. All you care about is that Tywin 13 fell for your game. You'll poison them just like you poisoned Chase.
Your husband killed a patient, and you're breaking up with me.
You ruined him. So he can't even see right from wrong. Can't even see the sanctity of a human life anymore. I loved you. And I loved Chase. I'm sorry for you both. For what you become, because there's no way back for either of you.